Hi everyone, welcome to today's KTVA Weather Lab activity. Today we're going to be learning about different types of precipitation. The type of precipitation we see depends on the temperature of the air. Now often in Alaska, our precipitation starts out as snow, but when the air is above 32 degrees, those snowflakes are forced to melt. They turn to liquid water, which stays as rain so long as the air is above 32 degrees. All the way to the ground, we will see rain all the way down to the surface. Another type of precipitation we see starts out as snow, melts, turning to rain, but then at the ground, if the temperature is below 32 degrees, just right at the surface, those raindrops are going to freeze as soon as they touch the ground. This is called freezing rain. It's what creates that thin layer of ice, even when we're seeing liquid rain falling from the sky. Another type of precipitation needs both cold air and warm air. So if it's raining, but there's a layer of cold air between that warm air and the ground, those raindrops are going to freeze as they fall. So we need a thicker layer of cold air than freezing rain. But what happens is those raindrops freeze as they fall and turn into frozen raindrops, little balls of ice as they come down to the ground. Now, a fourth type of precipitation is what happens when it's below 32 degrees or close to it, from the cloud all the way to the ground. Of course, this is what we call snow, but that entire column of air has to be cold. You can't have any air that is significantly above that 32-degree mark. Now, another way you can look at this is by looking at how much warm air do you have and how much cold air do you have. On one extreme end, if the air is all above 32 degrees, we get rain. The opposite, when temperatures are below 32 degrees, we get snow. But again, you can get freezing rain if you have just a very thin layer of cold air at the surface, or you can get sleet if you have a larger layer of cold air between the surface and about halfway up through the column of air. So again, different types of precipitation. Now you may be thinking, but how do we get hail? Well, to get hail, you need an entirely different process. You need a lot of warm air at the surface that rises. When the raindrops fall or little particles of ice try and fall out of the cloud, they can't get to the ground because that warm air keeps pushing them back up into the cloud. They bounce around inside the cloud until they get so heavy that they can't stay in there anymore, and they fall down as hail. That is a fifth type of precipitation we get that typically needs warm air, but again, you need a lot of warm rising air in order to get that hail. So there is 5 different types of precipitation. Continue the activity guide provided here at ktva.com and make sure you do the final experiment where you can make freezing rain in your own home. Make sure to take pictures and videos of you doing your experiments and activities and share them with us at weather@ktva.com. Have fun!